Hashem. Today's Amud is Daf Chaf Gimel Amud Aleph. We're holding military at Zion. Until now, we've learned that in order to be zeichet to Avos Hashem and Yiras Hashem, then we need the tzaddik to megal to us the hisparius which he has in Klal Yisrael b'chlal, b'frat everyone in Klal Yisrael, and b'protius every prat about every person in Klal Yisrael. We said that Hashem created the world just for Klal Yisrael. That means that the hisparius, when we discover the hisparius which Hashem has in Klal Yisrael, then you can understand the Ratzon Hashem in the Bria. When you see the hisparius which Hashem has in every prat in Klal Yisrael, you can understand why Hashem created every prat in this world. And protius, and every small detail about every yid which Hashem has hisparius from, then when you understand that, then you can understand the protius of every detail of Hashem making in this world. Now, we said that when the tzaddiks megal the hisparius which Hashem has in Klal Yisrael, then that's ki'ilu, like the Melech comes out with his big day hisparius, b'yom genus l'malka, but the special day when the king comes out with his special begadim. And when that happens, then everyone is full of awe for the Melech. So too, when Kavyachol, the tzaddik is megala, the awesome big day hisparius of Klal Yisrael, which Hashem Kavyachol takes with him, then that's like the day that everyone sees, like the tefillin of Hashem, which is the tefillin of Klal Yisrael, the spires of Klal Yisrael, and in the middle everyone's full of awe. And the same way, and Yom Genus and Malka, after everyone sees the awesomeness of the Melech then brings matanas and moods Megala's Ratzon to every person, and as Mala and Merayim every person, but everyone's full of Ava for the king. So too, when the tzaddik is Megala, the spires and Klal Yisrael chaps awe from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, then Memela, it becomes Megula and revealed to them the Ratzon which Hashem has for every single person, and how he's being Merayim every single person. So it fills everyone with Ava. Now, not everyone who's by the tzaddik feels this Ava and Yira. The person who's standing right next to tzaddik and not feel anything, and not feel any of this skili of Or, of Ava and Yira. And that's because of Achiras HaMaisim Ksilas HaSeichel. Because of a person's Maisim Royim, that it could affect the way he sees the world. And the main way that comes about, and which is also a main way to fix that, is through the need of tikkun hazbeach, which means to eat bekashus, meaning every time a person eats, for sure, right when he eats, you feel a little bit of hadas. But afterwards, if you eat only the proper amount and the proper way, then you have koiches, the same way Chazal say about one of the Moharan that said that he didn't have the koiches haseichel to answer a question because he didn't yet eat. So Mamela, if a person only eats bekashus, then he always has, then his koyach haseichel is strong and he's able to understand things. And bechlal, the vayter in the inyan of tikkun hazbeach, so it said that the inyan of being megar gerim, which is taking people away from tumah of avodah zarah, is also an inyan of tikkun hazbeach. So what does that mean? Because we said that inyan hazbeach is be'etzim, the entire world is only made for Hashem. And even though the pasuk says that kol mukta mugash, and even all the avodah, it looks like everyone else is doing avodah zarah, but that avodah zarah is really b'pnimius. Everything is really serving Hashem. So Mamela, the tikkun hazbeach is megal how everything in this world is really only for Ratzon Hashem. So how could we be megar gerim? So they're very, very weit from us. So it explains now that the way you're megar gerim is by sending out kavyachol ksav. A ksav is like the same way you want to write a letter to somebody, the same way you want to tell someone something from far away. So what you do is you write a letter to them, right? Now, also when you want to speak to someone from far away, then the way you do that is through the way you write is you need to scream and talk loudly, and the further a person is, then it's harder for them to hear. Now, so when there's when it's good weather, when the air around you is calm, then you could talk even from far away, and people will be able to hear you. When there's a storm going on, then it's hard to hear because the storm winds are mavalbal the air, and it's mavalbal the voice which you're trying to scream arachik. So if you want to try to reach people from far away, so the Rebbe explains when you want to try to reach people far away, that your voice, that when you talk, you want it to reach more and more people, or when the tzaddik is megala something, and want more people to be able to hear from far away the gili he has to say, then the eitzah is to calm the ear. How do you calm the ear? He says by making friends. The more friends a person has, the more people are together as friends, then that becomes an avar anoch v'azoch. It becomes a calm atmosphere, and in the calm atmosphere, when you talk, people hear, people listen, and you could talk far away, and people are still able to hear what you have to say, no matter how far. And the bigger the shetach of the avar anoch v'azoch, then the further you're able to talk, and people hear you. And the way you do that is by making friends, especially through chesed, through giving tzedakah. When a person gives tzedakah, then he's kind of friends, and the more chesed you do, the more people, and the more people you have that you've done chesed with, then there's a bigger avar anoch v'azach, which allows more and more diburim to be said further and further away. And Mamela, when you do chesed in a way that's for a lot of people at once, for example, if you give tzedakah to tzaddikim and so on, people who are kolel from a lot of different people, or you give tzedakah to somebody who does chesed for even more people, and then you're able to increase that shetach even more so. And the more you have, the more that shetach goes out, then your voice goes out in a sense, and also even the ksav of the aura tzaddik goes out. So, and the Memela, what happens is, the Rebbe says, that people who are, even though they're very far from Kedusha, they find in their Svarim hepech emunasam, meaning the people that believe a certain way, believe in a certain avodah zarah, to believe in that things are in this world in a certain oifen, when there's an avar anoch v'azoch, then they hear the diburim of the tzaddik is megala diburei emunah, and those diburei emunah go very, very far away, and ad kedei kach, until the people who are far away could find in their svarim the words of the tzaddik as a letter, like a letter written to them, telling them the emes emunah, and they find in their own svarim, in their own places which they were expecting to see avodah zarah, and they find there diburim of kedusha. And so too, every person, the more is the avar anoch v'azoch, the more is able to hear the diburim of the tzaddik and the aura tzaddik, and the more he's able to hear diburim and see wherever he goes diburim which are megala emunah, and the hepech, the emunah, which is hepech, the things which he believed which are opposite of the heilige emunah. The more the person increases as avar anoch v'azach, the more he could see wherever he goes diburim and oris of the tzaddik. So then the question is, how come some people see that are tzaddik and some people didn't? So we're saying that through the avar anoch v'azach, you'll be able to megala the art tzaddik further and further. But how come certain people see it and certain people didn't? So it was megala that the aris of kedusha that got trapped in places far from kedusha. How? Because whenever the akum, the goyim, try stopping people from doing mitzvahs, they stop Klal Yisrael from doing mitzvahs, like it's brought down all the stories when they stopped Klal Yisrael from keeping Shabbos or Milah. So all the mitzvahs which Klal Yisrael wanted to do and they weren't able to do, then that time, during those times, those mitzvahs they become the shamas, and they come out they're like the neshamas of Klal Yisrael which are waiting to come back, and they're waiting to hear the they're waiting to hear the Dibur Tzaddik, which is being megala for them how great they are, and how they're a part of Klal Yisrael, and and sometimes they come out as mitzvahs, as ayers, and sometimes they become such a helam, so nelam, that they come out and people that as people who are born, as children who are born to Ovdei Zara, that their neshamas are from those mitzvahs which the Klal Yisrael wasn't able to keep because of all the gezeres which were made on them, and even some of the pashut gezeres which it's made hard for Klal Yisrael to live, because they have so many obligations to taxes and this and that, so they didn't have time to do mitzvahs. But all the mitzvahs which Klal Yisrael wasn't able to do, then through the Aver Anoch V'Azoch, then we could reach out to them, and those mitzvahs which became neshamas, which become people, and those neshamas are able to hear hear who they are, and want to do tshuva and to come back, and that's Tikkun Mizbech and Mitzvah Shem. We'll continue tomorrow. Shkach.